Now, the serious issue is the British. Who is going to make the Britishers to quit India? This is the question which was raised when the Second World War was in its peak. Now, the situation is that Britishers want to make their stand clear that Indians should support them on any aspect against the Axis powers. See here, in 1941, Japan started to invade India and to attack Indians. So, in order to get rid of Japanese people, the Britishers have a choice that they have to get Indians on their support and make them to fight against the Japan. In order to get this step into success or into reality, the then Prime Minister of Britain, Mr. Winston Churchill, has sent one of his ministers called Stafford Cripps. He came to India all along his way and to discuss with the Indians to lend their support against the Japanese people. This was a situation in 1942 where the Japanese were at peak of their success in the Second World War, where initially they could defeat the Britain people, they could defeat the American people, their armies could rally against the Russian troops. Now, so in 1940 when Japan attacked India, Britishers were in a view that if we don't get Indians on our side, definitely Japan is going to capture Indians also. So this is an intention which made Winston Churchill to send him personally one of his ministers called Stafford Cripps to discuss the issue and to get them on the side, the Indians especially, towards the favor of the Britain rather than against the Japanese people. Now the issue is that did the Stafford Cripps mission been successful? No. The Stafford Cripps mission has failed. The talks between the Indian leaders and the Cripps mission or the Cripps has been failed literally, because we are not assured of any promise that we are going to be given freedom as soon as the war comes to end. And at the same time, the Japanese people are victorious against the Britain, against the American armies, which initially made a clear picture for the Indians that we also can get a clear idea and we can defeat the people using the Japanese support. And during this period, when the situation is going at this point of time, the Communist Party of India, the CPI, known as the Communist Party of India decided to support Britain against Japan, because the Japan is a country which is attacking Russian troops. So fundamentally these people are the communists, and Russia is considered as the motherland of communism. So they are against the view of like Japan country controlling the India. So they are against the Japanese people and in favor of the Britain people, which was needed by the British at that moment of time. So the Communist Party of India is ready to support the Britain and ready to lend the people to fight against the Japanese people. And this made a clear difference when Gandhiji made a statement that Indians could deal better with the Japan rather than with the British. This is a view expressed by Mahatma Gandhiji in the context of communist people expressing their support towards the Britain people and fighting against the Japanese people. Then Gandhiji came on a contrary view that instead of supporting the British against the Japan, let us support Japan, capture India and then fight against the Britain people. Here Gandhiji had a view that if Japan is occupying India, it would be easy for us to defeat Japan at the cost that Japan is an Asian country, is against the blue blood or the war issues, like against the allied powers. They are against the domination, they are against the special status of the Britain people, the superior race of the Britain people. Here he wants to make his stand clear that Japan would support India because it's an Asian country, and we could fight against Japan very easily and get rid of Japan rather than getting rid of Britain people. His ideology was clear. This was the main view which brought communists on the other side versus Gandhiji, where the contrary views are expressed by Gandhiji and the Communist Party of India, like communist people supporting the Britain and against Japan, whereas Gandhiji against Britain in the favor of Japan occupying the nation, and surely that Japan would help Indians to attain its independence rather than the Britishers. This is the statement made by Mahatma Gandhi. What was the successful to this? Now, who really made India to fight against the Britishers? Did India get its Quit India movement to be successful? Gandhiji already decided that we are going to launch the Quit India movement to its excellence, to its far, in every corner, nook and corner of India. We are going to launch the movement, and we will not support the Britain at any point of time against the Japanese people. These are the stands taken by Mahatma Gandhi. Now, what happened to this? Did India reach to its success? What is the other forces that are working behind India to get its independence? Whether the other forces are successful or not, what fate was met to them? Let us discuss about this. The Quit India movement was started by Mahatma Gandhi, and as soon as the Quit India movement was at its initial stages, Mahatma Gandhi was arrested and kept imprisoned. Now, when Mahatma Gandhi was imprisoned, we need somebody else to take over the key step and make India to fight for Quit India movement. At this point of time, we got a new person getting into picture, that is the Subhash Chandra Bose. The Subhash Chandra Bose came into picture during this period, and he secretly went to Germany and then went to Japan, made the agreements and made a clear stand that the POWs, those are POW, the full form is the prisoners of the war. So the POWs, whoever are in the Japan or in the Germany, could be released on a condition that they are going to join the INA. INA is Indian National Army or Azad Hind Fauj. This was started by Subhash Chandra Bose with an idea that we can take the support of the Japanese people, as already the Japan troops are entering into the Indian land, and we can use them and fight against the mighty British Empire, as the allied powers are in a situation that they are going to lose the war. And everything was set right, and the situations were moving on very close, that we are ready to get the victory on the issue. Like, army was ready, the commander is there, Mr. Subhash Chandra Bose. He is getting the support of the Japanese people, he is getting the support of the German people. He traveled there secretly, he got everything done, he is ready to take. This plan was explained to Mahatma Gandhiji. Gandhiji openly denied this plan and asked him to stop and not move on ahead with this plan, because Gandhiji was not in a position to accept that Japan is going to be the liberator, or to bring liberal stance, or to bring freedom for India at the cost of Japan occupying India. His point is very clear that we have to fight against British first, then we can fight against the Japan. This is the only stand what Mahatma Gandhi want to make here. Gandhiji did not want Japan to be the liberator of India at any point of time, and seriously and strictly advised Subhash Chandra Bose not to move forward on his step of Indian National Army. But seriously, Subhash Chandra Bose, who did all the background work, who went to Germany all along the way, and then he traveled to Japan, he got the support, he had some bases in Singapore, he got the everything to be done for him, and finally he decided and he established the entire army, and the soldiers who returned back and came to India are willingly joining towards the Indian National Army. So Subhash Chandra Bose could not say no to all the soldiers. So he decided that he is going to move forward, even though it is a tough time for him against Mahatma Gandhiji, because Gandhiji is the unquestioned leader in Congress, and Subhash Chandra Bose also was one of the main leaders of Congress. And as Gandhiji denied the step to be taken, Subhash Chandra Bose had to face many questions, and it was a tough time indeed ahead for him, but he decided, let me face the challenge, and he started to move forward. The very soon as he decided to move forward, the situation was so inconvenient for him was that Russia started to check the attack of growing of Nazism. The situation was like this: the Japan, the German army is ready and defeating many of the places, Russian army, American army, Britain army. But finally in 1944 in Stalingrad, the Russian army defeated the army of Germany or the Nazi army to a very complete destroyable defeat where they could not stand up again. This step changed the entire scenario again. Now Japan also became very weak after 1944 because the victory turns into the loss. They started to lose many of the places. They are getting defeated at many of the places. And one more shocking thing is that Subhash Chandra Bose went on missing. There is a controversy on this, that whether he is really missing or anything happened to him, or what happened to his dead body. If he is dead, is the dead body found at that place? But many say they did not find dead body at all. Some people say that we have seen Subhash Chandra Bose roaming in some other places. So we have many issues or many questions solved on the controversy of Subhash Chandra Bose missing. So the leader of Indian National Congress is missing. The situation was changed. So again the point came to new, and by 1944 ending, the Britain government decided and released Mahatma Gandhi from prison, who was arrested for the Quit India movement. Once they released him, they came to a conclusion that we have to go for negotiations on the issue of whether India to be given independence or no. Now what happened after 1944 when Gandhiji came outside of the prison, or when Gandhiji was released? Did the Britishers decided to give freedom for India? If they have decided, what are the basis for giving it? What is the criteria of giving India to independence? Let us discuss that.